What if I told you a city's mighty walls collapsed, not by battering rams or catapults, but by faith in a trumpet blast? Sounds unbelievable, right? Today we're diving into one of the most extraordinary stories in history, the fall of Jericho, a tale of strategy, suspense, and divine power. Jericho wasn't just any city, it was a fortress. For the Israelites, it represented the first major obstacle to claiming the Promised Land. For Joshua, it was a test of his leadership and faith. And for us, it's a story that reminds us of the impossible made possible. Imagine a city so well defended, so impenetrable, that it seemed to laugh at the thought of an invasion. This was Jericho, a city surrounded by towering walls that seemed to scrape the heavens. Its gates glimmered with iron, shut tight at every hour of the day. Inside, its citizens trembled at rumors of an approaching army. The Israelites, led by Joshua, who claimed their God had promised them the land. But how could anyone breach such a fortress? What Joshua's army was about to do would defy logic, reason, and every rule of warfare. Before the siege even began, Joshua stood alone in the twilight, pondering the impossible. Suddenly, a figure appeared, a man with a blazing sword. "I am the commander of the Lord's army," the figure declared. Joshua fell to his knees. Instructions were given, strange ones. March around Jericho for 7 days, carrying the Ark of the Covenant, blowing trumpets, and remaining silent. The walls would fall not by force, but by faith. Joshua didn't question the plan. Instead, he prepared his people for what would become an unforgettable journey. Day 1, the Israelites marched. The Ark of the Covenant gleamed in the sun as priests blew ram's horns, their haunting notes echoing off the walls of Jericho. The city's inhabitants watched from atop their fortress, puzzled and unnerved. Day after day, the scene repeated. Soldiers marched in silence, trumpets blared, but no attack came. 7 times they circled the city on the 7th day. 7, a number of divine completeness. Inside the walls, fear turned to terror. As the final lap ended, Joshua raised his hand, and the silence shattered with a cry. "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city!" The trumpets blasted louder than ever before, and something miraculous happened. The ground trembled, the walls groaned, and then, with a thunderous roar, they collapsed inward. Dust filled the air as the once impenetrable fortress crumbled like sand. Jericho, the invincible city, lay open before the Israelites, just as God had promised. The Israelites stormed the city, fulfilling the divine mandate. But this was no ordinary conquest. It was a reminder of a greater truth. Faith, obedience, and divine power could achieve the impossible. Jericho's fall wasn't just the collapse of walls, but the triumph of belief over fear and of faith over doubt. The fall of Jericho is more than just a tale of military conquest. It's a story of faith in action, of trust in a divine promise, and of the incredible results that come from obedience and perseverance. If you enjoyed this thrilling journey into the past, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more epic stories of faith and history. Drop a comment below. What's your take on the fall of Jericho? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching and being part of this adventure. Until next time, keep believing in the impossible